welcome to another episode of Husbands Watching Housewives. I'm Scott.
And I'm Jeff.
And we just watched an episode of the Real Housewives of Potomac.
The season finale.
Oh, it is, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Season 9 finale.
It seemed like only 17 episodes ago that we were just getting started.
It did feel like it went by really fast this season.
Well, because half the season was Mia lying. The other half was TJ and Stacey not having sex. That was basically the gist of the whole season.
There was a lot of filler with like a sprinkling of like really good episodes.
Yeah, that's true.
But mainly a lot of filler. But it was, I mean, definitely an improvement upon last season, for sure.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, just not having Robin was...
I mean, Lord.
an improvement. I miss Candace, though.
I do miss Candace, yeah.
You know, and I do miss Robin in the point of that when Robin wasn't just ganging up on people with Gizelle, Robin was fine.
Like Robin, she's on Watch What Happens Live tonight with Gizelle. If she could come back and like, you know, be good... Yeah. Then, you know, yes, please come back.
Yeah,
but like, do. But if not, just stay where you're at.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're good.
Mm-hmm.
This episode, I'll have to say, I think I'm having more Sunday than this episode. Like, this episode didn't really do much for me. Even as a finale, I'm like, It's
till the end, really, for me. Like, I think the biggest...
Like the dogs crapped everywhere until that part?
No, like the Stacey versus Ken and all that was just like that was really good. Like Stacey, total MVP of this episode. I think she's had a great season, great first season. Like she's very likable, and you know, I want to see more of her. So I agree. Sure. But yeah, aside from that, like I think it was that the dog show, and then the White House. So for the White House. The doghouse.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
You can't forget about Gizelle and her kids trying to plant a tree.
I can't forget about that.
With the world's longest shovel. I mean, I'm no landscaper.
No.
God knows. But I've never seen a shovel that long. I mean, I get the point is like to dig a deep hole. But like for a tree that wide, you'd think any shovel would do.
That ground was like solid. It was not breaking. They were not breaking ground. But, basically it was like, let's wrap up Gizelle's storyline, which is, you know, very nice with her, you know, remembering her father, and then wrapping up Ashley as I think she's now divorced. I have to Google that.
I don't think she's actually finalized divorce. It didn't say in a little blurb that she was done. It's just she's in the final stages of the divorce. Right.
I feel like hopefully by the time the reunion airs, it'll be. I feel like she's getting closer to it. So it'll be not finalized, but like it's very. Yeah.
Right. I would think so.
Yeah. But yeah, basically it was like her and Uncle Lump and co. She like, you know, housewives, they love like a big family dynamic, and she always brings that with her mom and her uncle and all that. So she definitely has people, you know, who are like willing to film with her and has that covered. So yes. Cute kids. Yeah.
Then what else? Who else they finish stories on?
You know what's funny? Like Mia was barely in this episode.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe that was a conscious choice because she'd been dominated so much of the season. They're like, that's okay.
We'll be fine without her. We can just give her a little summary at the end and, you know, be surprised.
We don't need to like see her like fight with Gordon or like, you know, whatever thing. Because I think it was good to like just,
I agree with that. But then I guess you're right. Then the bulk of the episode comes down to Karen and Stacey.
Well, before that, the White House.
Oh, right, the White House.
That was really cool. The fact that they let them film there, that, you know, she met with the press secretary in happier times.
Yes.
It was just really a great moment. You were saying that you didn't know that she was queer.
Oh, yeah, I did not know that what's her name? Jean-Marie or...
That's her last name, yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know she was queer either way.
Yes. So, to be like the first black press secretary and the first queer secretary. It's just like, it's definitely, she made history, and, you know. Yeah.
Good on her.
Yeah. So the fact that when he was able to like get to the White House, and I'm sure she's like, well, wouldn't have brought Karen, had I known.
I mean, that's what I'm trying to get the point of. Is the White House, that was great. That was fantastic. It seemed itself like filler. Like, I'd like to know how that came about.
Right.
Like, I like the White House reached out to us. Like, I'm sure the White House did. There was like nothing better going on than to call Wendy Osifo.
See what she's up to. She's with her big Carrie Bradshaw flower. Carrie Bradshaw flowers having a moment this episode.
They are. Everyone was having the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just liked that when
Wendy
was pressed about, do you believe what Karen said about you? I was like, of course I believe it.
No, she's like, do I think she doesn't know? I know it.
Yeah.
Like,
fantastic.
People know. Yeah, like, so rolling it back, I love that Stacey, like, not only told Mia, she went to Ashley. She's like, I need someone to really carry this bone.
Mm-hmm.
So Ashley will do it. Like, any day, she'll, like, be willing to jump in. And just the fact they confronted Karen. Well, actually, no, going back. So
Karen, we're doing a horrible job recapping.
We are.
We really are.
We need a rundown, like 2 T's.
One of us have to take notes.
Yes.
Can we just like get one of those meeting AI things and just have it summarized for us and read it back to
chat GPT.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. So before the fashion show starts, with Karen just comes in with an attitude. Like, Stacey's like, I want to sit down and, you know, talk about like what the problem is. And Karen automatically is like, you know, screw you. And Stacey's like, I was there for you. I was a friend.
Oh, right. But I never saw it with my own eyes.
Yes, she did. Roll back the tape. She like came to you as soon as someone said that Karen was a drunk and a cheat. She was like, Karen, is this true? Are you going to rehab? Like, she didn't talk about her behind her back. She brought it to her face. So
I just think Karen's scrambling. Karen's not doing well this season for so many obvious reasons and not obvious. Like, I just don't know why she's being so not even messy, just sloppy.
But it was just so dumb that, like, you know, the whole thing is that she was mad because Stacey didn't defend her when Mia was talking smack, and Stacey was concerned about Mia's children being brought up.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And, you know, it wasn't like she was dissing Karen. She was like, you know, I didn't like that, blah, blah, blah. But Karen took such offense to that. She was willing, like, to throw out Stacey, like, altogether. It was just like, really?
I believe she was demoted. They're not even
to
friends.
Associates.
They're associates. When she started talking about demotion, I was like, oh, this is the show getting to Karen's head for sure. Like,
well, that's what she did with Mia last year. She's like, we're on a pause, but like, we're trying to, have to build back our friendship. Like, she wouldn't even like hug her. She would only shake her hand. Like, we're going back to square one.
Karen is not all that. Like, I don't understand why she's so full of herself and, why people let her get away with it. But, she's the grande dame.
Because she's kooky and funny and quirky. But
is she altogether ooky?
But she can also be really mean.
Yeah.
And she really showed that. Like, Stacey did nothing to her, and she was like, screw you, ho. Basically.
But I like that Stacey's not going to just sit there and take it. And she's like, no, she absolutely said this.
Right. You'd think like Stacey would be like, oh, I'm so hurt. Like, why would you say that? She's like, oh, hell no. Like, she's like, I got my good bob on. I'm ready to.
People were giving her hell for that wig. And also like talking about her hair as though like, oh my God, you cut all your glorious hair off. As though she couldn't just take that off later and put her other hair back on.
Let me tell you, it was a good wig. I enjoyed that wig.
Liked it.
As she's talking smack about it, I was like, girl, pull the tape back. You wore some pretty suspect wigs.
Even the wig she was wearing that night was a little suspect.
Oh, yes.
The whole... like,
both of them.
Yeah, exactly.
The short one and then the long one.
Yeah, I was not into it.
No, but Stacey looked cute.
Absolutely.
And she like stood up for herself, and I really enjoyed that she was like, oh no.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, Karen. And then it was like, don't put your finger in my face. Like, don't come at me like that. Like, I've been a friend to you, and screw you if you're not willing to like give me some grace here.
Yeah.
It was great. Yeah. And Karen was just like, I think that's why she was like flipping out. She wasn't prepared for Stacey to come back at her like that. She thought she'd be like, oh, okay, Karen, I'm sorry. But she's like, no, I'm not going to apologize.
Well, Stacey got the last laugh, even if it was by accident, when the dogs crapped everywhere and sent Karen vomiting into a trash can.
I cannot believe she threw up in the trash can. That was, wow.
It was a little performative. Wow, Gabs is really trying to get up today.
Gabs.
She's standing up.
Look at you.
She head's probably just barely on camera.
I know.
So you should pick her up, see what happens.
Yeah, watch what happens. Yeah. Well, let's not watch what. Yeah.
Sorry. But yeah, I mean, overall, it was a fine. Actually, I want to say it's a fine finale, but it was kind of dull. It was dull.
Well, I think the first part was dull, but I think I love Stacey versus Karen.
Mm-hmm.
I love that when it all came out, And, when Wendy showed up, you could tell, even though in her confessional, by then she was over it. By at the time, you could tell she was hurt by it.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, she's like, I just brought you to the White House. I've always stuck up for you. They showed all the footage of her sticking up for Karen, and to have her say this, and the fact that she knew she had said it and believed it right away, that was like, wow, I feel like a fool being a good friend to you when you've not,
But yeah, I mean, even though I'm sure Wendy was actually upset by it, she seemed a little more playful with it. Like, oh, you're going to be like that? Okay. Like, she was just...
No, she definitely was like, no, you call me self-absorbed. I'm sorry, I'm self-absorbed. Like, she kept saying, oh, I'm sorry, am I dressed in the way? I'm so self-absorbed. Like, she was really
I guess
pissed off about it. But it was like, not letting it, like, detract from, like, we got to shoot this scene, but like,
right.
That really sucks. And then I love that Gizelle was like, you know what? I totally believe it, because this is what Karen does. She brings in the newbie comes in, she brings them away from the group, tries to like get them, under her wing, like on her side, and then like, and pits them against other people. I completely 100% believe that Karen does that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Which is so funny that
I think that they all do it, and I just think that Karen does it, more than the others, and probably denies doing it. And I think obviously Gizelle does that. She probably.
I think Gizelle, like, I think with Gizelle, it's like, you have to like impress me and show that you are worthy, because I've been here since day one, and I like, I think she might be okay with newbies, but she's not gonna like. She doesn't like a warm and like outgoing like, come into my circle kind of friend. She's more like, let me see how you operate, if I'm gonna F with you, and then okay, maybe I'm cool. But like, I don't think she's trying to, because Gizelle could be on an island and she's fine, because she's just like, she believes so much in Gizelle, so she doesn't need minions like Karen does. So I don't think they all do it. I think for sure Karen does it.
Yeah. I can see that.
But yeah,
it was also weird that Karen was trying to bring up Stacey's like court traumas.
What was
like that is like the glass house stone throwing right there.
Reaching like she ran a stop sign 3 times.
Yeah, I mean, okay.
I want to Google this. Is that the actual thing, or did she just pull that out of her ass?
I mean, it might be, but I mean, I'm sure yeah, it's there's no good reason for it, but I'm sure there's a reason. Like, oh yeah, that's a stop sign near my house. I keep forgetting it's there. But it's not like she was like running it drunk necessarily.
She made it seem like there's a court case. Like when she's like, "Oh, you've never been to court?" It's like, "No, I've never been to court." Like,
yeah, it just was really bizarre. But especially again, why would Karen throw stones like that, knowing what's going on in her own life? That's so ridiculous.
I liked when Stacey said, like, "What are you drinking?"
She said hard liquor, didn't she?
She did.
That's crazy.
Yeah, she definitely fell apart, and then. Yeah, the tally ho of it all, and it all just came out, and it was quite funny, like to see her like kind of
yeah. So, but overall, I don't have much else.
Well, the whole like the dog show it all with TJ, and
he was, but I mean, it's nothing new. He was boring as hell. He was fake as.
Well, no, with her friend that was
AJ.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes, I like that he called him a cornball. And
where was he all season? If we had AJ telling her all season, I don't know, that was weird with this guy. Like, that would have been wonderful. Like
him for
AJ and Gizelle could have hung out all season long just talking trash about TJ.
Yes. Like for like knew like him, didn't even know him, like heard him for 5 seconds. It was like, this guy something's not right about him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could have been, he could have, moved Stacey away from the TJ situation.
Yeah.
But yes.
But yeah, so tell me what else happened this episode.
Why are you so quick to like wrap this up?
It's just not, not all that much really happened. Like there's not much to really talk about. Also, it's Sunday. I'm tired.
Well, we still got a show to do. Snap out of it.
No, it wasn't that great of a show. It comes down to it. As far as finales go, it's probably one of the worst finales they've had in a long time.
I would say it's the worst finale.
It was very mediocre at best.
I think the dog show made up for it.
It is slightly. I think the reunion looks fantastic.
Yeah,
I think based on the scenes that we've seen.
Oh, for sure. Because that was so funny. Like when we heard that Karen was going to be at the reunion, we thought like, oh, it's for sure going to be 2 parts. What can they talk about? But then the TJ of it all and Eddie and like that just like, it looks really good.
Yeah.
I'm quite surprised because Andy was saying, oh, it's going to be so good. And it's like, oh, really, Andy? You say that all the time. And now I'm like, oh. He may not have been lying. So yes, that looks like that will be good. And I want to hear Karen's message. And it's funny. I was reading Charisse said that she was upset. She's like, I know I'm not Karen's friend and I'm like a fan of hers, but like she thought it was harsh that they were talking shit about her. She's like, she needs our support right now, because in the clip,
really,
in the clip they talk about how there was a man with her who jumped out of the car, and she's like, why are you talking about that? Like,
yeah, they're trying.
But it's so funny, like having that come from Charisse, who's like always talking about Karen being a cheater.
I would not expect that at all. But yeah, and I will talk about it next week. I think it is kind of bunk that they're trying to make this. Quit trying to make Karen's blue-eyed husband or boyfriend.
Why does
happen.
It matter? Like,
yeah, right, exactly.
Like, and we would have known. It would have been in the police report if there had been a man, like some journalist, like contacted Ashley and said there was a man in the car who jumped out and ran away. Like,
yeah,
like that would have been.
We would have heard more about that. For sure.
Yes, he was a witness to the crash. Obviously, he would have. Yeah,
right. So that's why they're trying to make all that happen. It's no bueno, no bueno. So.
Oh, and Kiarna and Greg.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Basically,
can we talk about what Jazzy was wearing though? Before we get to that. What was with the gold like metal gladiator bodice? It's just like, what the hell?
My boobies are protected.
Yeah. in case another fight breaks out at this finale, my boobies will be fine. So.
Yes, that was a choice.
But yeah, the Kiarna and Greg thing, that they moved in and then moved back out. I mean, that doesn't seem surprising.
He's at the reunion though.
Well,
you saw him briefly in that clip.
Oh, yeah. Well, what's he gonna say? Like, I don't like the show.
That's what it comes down to. It's like, just say like he doesn't want you on the show. You want to do the show to promote your business and et cetera, and
just to have the platform and like hopefully make a bit of money from just doing the show.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Obviously.
Yeah. It's goofy. Yeah. But again, it's a no-brainer. Whose side would you be on that? Greg's? No, you're going to be on Kiarna's side. You're going to go, Greg, you're crazy. Get out of here. So.
But yeah, I'd see his point of like, this show it does well for people, but also it can really, when it gets to your head,
right.
Please see Karen, it could really take you to a bad place.
Right.
But, Karen seems pretty level-headed that she's not going to let the show go to her head. So I don't know like why he's concerned that, that something. I mean, yeah, she got like mollywopped last season, but like I think she'll be okay.
Yeah. It's been over a year now.
Yes.
So
even though she still has a scar, we just can't see it.
Yeah. So then, I mean, yeah. Again, everything was really predictable and like on course. Again, I'm not saying it was bad.
You're poo-pooing this episode.
I'm just saying that like for a finale, it's a pretty damn weak finale. That's what I'm saying. Especially after everything we've been getting from the other franchises right now, this is just kind of like a womp womp. Like when this goes as a season, this will go down as a womp womp season with a womp womp finale.
I wouldn't say it's a womp womp season. Again, compared to last year, it was more cohesive with the group. Let's at least admit that.
Yeah,
because they weren't like on different.
But last season, the whole problem was just the whole Gizelle and Robin like.
Well, and Candace was a problem too.
Well, but that Candace was reacting properly, in our opinion.
No, for sure she was. I'm saying like there was they weren't. It didn't make sense that they were going on these group trips when there was no group. Or they're having group scenes when there was no group. Right. At least this year, even like with Mia and Karen hating each other, they still could like interact, be like, hey, hello, whatever. Candace and Gizelle can even do that. So I think we've gotten to a better place where everyone's willing to film with one another at least.
Okay.
So it's like better
the bar is really low for you to be like, isn't this better? They'll film with each other. It's like, I guess.
Oh,
No, you don't mistake my like apathy for like. I'm just saying it wasn't like that amazing of a show to like really like make me go, yeah, I'm excited about it. I mean, it wasn't bad. It just wasn't great. We
still have to like talk about it.
Well, we're talking about it.
Yeah, but you're all like, let's go.
I just don't have much to say about it. I'm not going to make something to say.
I'm not making something. I'm going through like I'm going through all the characters,
and that's why I'm letting you talk. I think that's great. Seriously, I don't know why you're like thinking I'm not.
That's 5 seconds away from. I love that for you. That was the tone.
Well, I love Potomac for you. No, I'm kidding. I'm just disappointed that it just went from Mia lying about everything all season to this 1 or 2 episodes of that not happening, and then show's over. It just it doesn't feel satisfying.
Okay,
so that's all. I'm just not satisfied by it. I want more. I want more from my Potomac. I want more from my housewives. I look forward to seeing what they do next season. Now that they've got this one under their belt, the reunion is going to be good. I'm pretty certain.
Yeah.
So I just, again, it's when they're these, the same thing like we're looking forward to Beverly Hills right now. Once they get off this GD text, we'll be excited to watch the show.
Right.
The fact it's so much about, it's like single issue voting. This
single issue voting.
This season of Potomac was like single issue storyline. It was Mia and Gordon being crazy, and then and Ink. That was the majority of the season, and so for it to like finally take a turn and like pick up on the Stacey and TJ stuff, like okay, and then highlight some Karen things, like all right, like it just seems a little too late. That's all. That's what I'm saying. I think
the scene was mainly Mia and Karen, and then Stacey as a newbie, like, breaking out. I think everybody else was very like B storylines. It didn't really, major things happened. Obviously, Giselle's father dying is a major thing, but nothing really, it didn't propel her anywhere.
Right.
Same with just like Ashley being this new guy, whatever. Wendy basically just had the Wendy show, and I mean GNA fashion didn't even go anywhere, right?
I mean, if I had gotten some GNA fashions, I might. Now they're just a lifestyle brand or something, like
it's not even a lifestyle brand. It's like health and fitness,
right? I'm just like, okay, great.
With like no, with those leggings, even GNA leggings, great.
I have no idea.
None. And then Kiana like coming on like as full time, but it didn't really even seem full time,
right?
Because she didn't have like a full time story. Yeah,
you're making my point for me.
No. I'm making it like no. My point is like I thought we're talking about the episode itself. You're just all like,
I don't want to go to work tomorrow.
Put that in a box, Sky. We're talking about Potomac.
I know. It just, again, I've said, I didn't think it was all that remarkable. That's all.
Okay.
I'm disappointed.
Okay. We hit all the points, though. That's why that was my main thing. Let's hit all the points and not just wrap this up.
You did a very good job. I appreciate it. Without you, there'd be no show.
Well, it's a little condescending, but okay, I'll take it.
No. I can't win, can I? I'm genuinely saying, like, I'm glad you were here to like go over all these things, because I was very mad on every single one of these points, and you bring up some good points.
Yes,
but I'm just like, so
okay.
Gosh, can you let me be mad?
No, we still got a job to do.
Okay, all right. I'll be better for the reunion. I promise.
Okay. But before we go, shifting gears from Potomac to Atlanta.
Oh,
well, actually, no. Going back a second, so there will be no Potomac next week because of the Super Bowl. So that doesn't start till the 16th. And then there'll be 3 episodes.
Should we do a Husbands Watching Housewives about the Super Bowl? Should we just recap the Super Bowl next weekend?
I am looking forward to the Super Bowl, I must say.
I mean, it's really strange that, like, you and I are the least football people on the planet. And yet last year we watched the entire Super Bowl.
It was such a good game.
And we were excited about it.
It was. Yeah. It was overtime. We were just, like, rooting with Taylor for her boyfriend and his team.
I don't know that I was.
And Jazzy's boyfriend's team.
Yeah, that's true.
Bringing back to Potomac. True. Yes. Very exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I'm looking forward to it as well. Who's playing this year? The same people?
The Chiefs and Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles.
Okay. Yes. That's right. Thank you.
Which was the same as last year, right?
I believe so. Yes.
Oh, good.
So, but yeah, next week. So there's no Potomac next week.
No Potomac, and then it starts 3 episodes, and then March 9th is the Atlanta season premiere, season 16. What did you think of the trailer?
I think that they were really smart to bring back Cynthia and Phaedra, because when they were like showing the teaser, especially, they were just showing the faces. You're like, who's that? You're like, oh, there's Phaedra. Oh, Cynthia. Like, oh, familiar faces. I like this. Otherwise, it wouldn't have gone well. Just having like Shamia on there, and that would be no good. Because you go, who's that with the wig? But yeah, I think it looks good.
I would say number one, Portia's one of my favorite housewives. I'm glad she's back. I had to watch the trailer twice because the first time I was meh about this.
Oh, really?
I
was
really
more excited about that trailer than I was about this episode.
Really? I was very meh because it would seem like a lot of just like, let's throw things out, but like, what's actually happening? And I couldn't, I was like, is this Brittany? Is this Kelly? Is this Angela? The new girls? Drew was barely in it.
which I'm fine with.
And
I don't even know why Drew's still a full. I mean, she better deliver this season because I still don't understand. I don't think that her getting a divorce from Ralph was at all dramatic last season. I know it's been a long time since we've had Atlanta.
2023.
We've never even recapped Atlanta.
I know.
So yeah, I just don't know why Drew's on the show. I really don't understand. Yeah. So she needs to bring it.
Well, you saw the clip or the trailer. She is what's his name? Portia's ex is producing her music.
Oh God.
Dennis.
Oh yeah, that's right. Thank you. I was thinking of her other ex.
Oh, Simon.
Simon, thank you.
Oh, yeah. That's it. Yeah.
I do think that this season of Atlanta is going to be, I think, a lot of little things like you're saying.
Yeah.
I think because of what happened with Kenya and the fact that Kenya's even going to be in the season at all.
I was surprised that she was in the trailer as much as she was.
I think that they're going to have the opposite of what this season of Potomac had, which is they're going to have a lot of little stories that add up. Mm-hmm. I don't think they're going to be able to have one thread unless it is the fallout of Brittany and what happens with Kenya.
Right.
Like that whole thing. So I think it's going to be a lot of little stories that add up, which makes it seem like it's going to be, I think, in a sense, two different shows for the season. But we'll see how it goes.
I'm disappointed with the whole Kenya thing and that it went there and that she's not going to be, because I think I've said this before when it happened, I was looking forward to this being, Kenya and Portia anchoring the show, the season, and having, these new faces. That's like, like a mini reboot in a sense, and like Andrew and Shamia, who like Shamia, who's like, a newbie, like her first time being a housewife, but she's been like a friend or friend up for like years.
So I was a little confused when I saw her in the trailer because is it just the short hair that she's rocking?
Yes.
Because I don't remember her looking so old before. Like I thought she was much younger.
She's like Portia's age.
Right? And she looks like she's Sheree's age.
I think the short hair maybe makes her look more mature.
That definitely.
I mean, she still looks great.
Yeah, she still looks beautiful, but she definitely looks more like an auntie than a young, vibrant woman.
True.
So that's
a different, it's a mature look.
Exactly.
Yes.
So
that's true. I didn't think about that.
They're like, without Marlo there, we need to have someone.
A Monty?
Yeah. I wasn't gonna, but yes, maybe that's what they said. No, I was surprised that was the same Shamia, because I was just like, I thought Shamia was younger. So anyway.
Yeah, a lot of people were online were saying like, oh, that's not the way to go with that hair, Shamia. Yeah.
But I mean, I think she, from the trailer, brings a lot of drama and gets in people's faces and is gonna make a presence.
She gets called Flavor Flav. That's harsh.
I was trying to understand what the meaning be like.
I think because she's just short.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and maybe with the short hair.
That's what I was saying. I was like, but was trying to say like her hair was like really bad, because doesn't Flavor Flav kind of have like some bad hair?
Yeah, maybe that. I think. I don't think he's bald. I haven't seen Flavor Flav in a while.
Did we just see him on the?
Oh, like for the Olympics, he was.
Whoa, I wasn't thinking that.
No, remember like there was some awards show or something where he was like, presenting something to the...
Oh, I think...
Was it the Emmys?
It might be the... I just remember him from... There was some follow-up on the whole Big Brother thing we were watching.
Oh, you mean the Flavor of Love?
Yeah, we were watching some documentary on reality TV.
Right, we were, about that first season.
Yeah, with him and Brigitte.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's.
Yeah, I forgot
about
that.
Was this a docu-series?
It was the same one that. Oh, it was. Crap, because it was the same. There was another episode we were watching that had to do with Housewives.
Oh,
remember when Vicky was on?
Yeah, it was just the behind the scenes of reality TV, different reality TV shows. Yeah, that was a good series. Yeah, it
was like on the Discovery Channel or something
like that.
Yeah. I forgot about that.
We watched a lot of TV.
But no, So yeah, the first time I watched the trailer, I was like, eh. Second time, I was like, okay, this is a bit better. Again, disappointed about the Kenya thing. It's nice having Cynthia there. I don't know, knowing the Phaedra only filmed for 2 weeks and is full time, I don't really understand that. Whatever. Yeah, I hope it's gonna be a better show and more will be revealed that's not in the trailer. Because again, even on the second viewing, I was like, slightly better, but I'm not like, whoa, I'm so excited about this.
Oh yeah, no, I agree. I'm not like
I was annoyed that they released the Atlanta trailer before the Potomac reunion trailer, which was so much better. And that was just a reunion, not a whole full season.
Yeah, no, I have good hopes for Atlanta. I think it looks good. I think it's going to bring some drama, and I think it's going to, give us enough of what we want. And it's not going to be a repeat of last season Atlanta, where we're going to have.
I don't even remember last season.
It was a long time ago.
It was.
It was just a lot of charade waiting for Apollo, or was that the season before?
Apollo, no. Apollo's Phaedra's ex.
Oh, who was charade waiting for?
Oh, that was season before with what's his name? That left her wait.
Yeah. I forget his name.
Crap.
Well, it doesn't matter because Sheree's not even on this season.
Oh, he was the dude, Martell.
Sorry.
Martell. Before that, it was the other dude who got out of jail.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
Tyrone.
Well, hell, why did I follow
Tyrone? Montrell. Was it Montrell? Martell.
Yeah. So.
Oh my.
Yeah, I think it'll be better than that season.
Yes.
Both those seasons will be good.
For sure. I think having Portia back instantly makes everything better.
And also, I think because we are such Portia fans, even if it's just Portia narrating the show the entire time, like Heather Gay does on Salt Lake, we're just gonna be like, this is so exciting.
Right. And she has so much her own drama going on, with Simon and the divorce and whatever. So yeah. No, Atlanta used to be my favorite of the Housewives, and so I want to come back to a good show again.
I think it will. I think it has that chance.
Okay.
So,
well, if you say that.
Well, that's a lot of pressure to put on me. Why are you doing that?
I don't know.
Gosh. Okay.
I'm still bitter about it.
What? Don't be bitter.
Kidding.
Don't.
I'm kidding.
I love Potomac.
I'm kidding.
Next week's gonna be great, or the week after next is gonna be great.
Yes.
So, on all that being said, now that I've you've lost all faith in me.
I didn't lose all faith.
Should we just go ahead and do this next time?
Oh, until next time.